Yo, so guys, I'm Fire here, back on the video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another Madden 23 money play. Today, what we're going to be doing is going over the Clear Out FL in play, one of the best plays in Madden. I've actually posted this money play for a couple of years now, honestly, probably since Madden 20. So it's been 20, 21, 22. This might honestly be the fourth year, third at the least, that we've done it. And it's one of the best plays in the game every single year. You're starting to see it used a lot more. Even the boys like Micah Parsons are using this if you've watched him play. We're going to be in the Washington football team playbook. So the football team playbook has one of the best bunches in the game. A lot of these really good plays like mesh post, clear out FLN, bunch trails of the world, verticals, really all you need. Now, one ability I do recommend you have is some kind of a slot apprentice. Hot route master would work, of course. Wide receiver apprentice would work. And then you're going to put your best receiver in the slot in this case. Now, good QB is recommended as well. We don't particularly have the best QB, but Kirk Cousins is good enough. He gets the job done. Now, we are going to be showing how to beat a variety of coverages in today's video, including things like cover 3, cover 4. Maybe I'll show cover 2 and man coverage, honestly, as well. Now, we're going to start out in cover 3. See, Jefferson's already lit up from how we've been labbing this, but cover 3 is pretty simple. All you have to do is corner route B. That's about it. I block my running back, so I have some extra protection because it does take a little bit of time to develop, not the most, but it's going to be a little bit of time to develop. Of course, you can also do things like double team this outside guy, try and get some extra protection, but all you're going to do is wait, pass lead to the outside. Now, you notice what I did is I went with a high throw. That's just so that we get a better pass lead and so that it is even further away from the safety and the cornerback. So pretty simple there. You can, as far as your timing goes, you can even throw it later than that if you have the time. So, and obviously that involves some arm strength. Now, bad swerve by me there, but you notice how he's open. Now, let's kind of dissect what's actually happening here. You're going to see a couple of different things. The first one being Adam Thielen really does a good job here, and he is going to occupy the outside third. I think this is a Dory Jackson here. He's going to hold him, pull him over to the side. You love to see that. And then we got Irv Smith, soon to be TJ Hawkinson in the middle here. He's going to do just enough to kind of hold the line with, I believe, Julian Love. He's going to hold the line with him, and it doesn't look like a lot of space, but then you pass lead it diagonally to that corner with a high ball, and the ball is just out there far enough. Maybe even waiting actually hurts you, but again, you can also kind of snap the ball quickly, which I like. Now, again, getting shedded is going to be something kind of an issue, so that's why I kind of like to slide out to this right side a little bit. You don't have to worry about as much, and then you just lay the ball out there. Now, sometimes highballing it, you will get a little bit of an unfortunate animation where you might jump up, but it's really a guaranteed catch every time, and even if it's not necessarily a touchdown, you're picking up big yardage. Here's it with the bullet pass, and you see pretty much similar. Of course, if we had a little bit more arm strength, maybe we're able to lay that ball out a little bit more, but from the timing of it, we're really throwing it at the time, we need to. And he's just going to go up and catch it when you rack catch it. So you can't do a whole lot, but I mean, you're picking up like 40, 50 yards. So I wouldn't be complaining about it. And overall, really good play. Now, if you just run it stock, hypothetically, you run it stock, what happens is you almost can still throw it over the top. Now, it is tighter, but you see how you can kind of still get it. Now, one thing that I think helps is actually just motioning this guy out. Even if he is on this dig, which he is here, maybe this helps. It actually does. So you notice how, take a look at Adoree Jackson, he's backing up, and then at that last second, what happens is he ends up kind of going back down. So we'll run it again, motion snap. Take a look at Adoree Jackson here. He ends up like backpedaling. Now you need a lot of arm strength to do that, but obviously you can still run it if you don't have slot apprentice, which is nice. Now let's go ahead and hop into the cover 4 setup now. All right, next up we're going to hop into cover 4, which is actually one of my favorite defenses to run, especially the match coverage version. So we're going to run clear out FL in. I need to make sure that we have match coverage on, and we're going to run the cover 4 quarters play. So cover 4 quarters, you take a look there. That is what we're facing. Now, match is interesting. It plays a little bit differently. Let's just run the same setup here. Now, we will get shedded out of this formation, but it's an easy touchdown. You can tell that. Simple match coverage, and it's base aligned. easy touchdown. Now the stupid nickel 2-4 is overpowered, but there you see it. I mean, there's so much space. It's just so easy. And again, the nice thing is it's the exact same setup as your cover 3, so you're not even switching anything, which you absolutely love to see as well. Now, I think in the previous years you had to like motion this guy out against match. That, I guess it does kind of help, but I would throw it normally. You could highball it just to be extra, but then you have things like that where Kirk Cousins just sails the absolute crap out of your ball. So I would just be smart, bullet pass it, and take your walk-in touchdown, or I guess close to it in this case, 5-yard line. Fine with that. If you can wait to throw it, just wait as long as you can, then lay it out. But I mean, you guys see, really, really easy play to run against cover 4. Things just get messed up. Very simple, and you can lay that over the top, high ball if your guy can. And there we have a lot of space to get in. So overall, the match coverage, probably the easiest coverage to beat, because cover 3, you have to kind of pass it, and it's not even a walk-in touchdown every time. Hypothetically, if you just run this play stock against cover 4, he kind of also gets there. Now, it's the corner who matches onto him, so I think if you actually motion out the in route, it would still be wide open. We'll see if that is true. I could be lying, but yeah, you see, even without the corner out. So this is a match coverage setup that you can run against cover 4, and you don't even necessarily need the slot apprentice again. So you notice how kind of with cover 3 and cover 4, you can actually beat these without slot apprentice. Cover 3, the corner out definitely helps, but for cover 4, you see, you're just playing the numbers game. You're occupying that, and really what does the job is that seam route with the tight end. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's that route that does the job. But what ends up happening is he pulls over the strong safety, and nobody else is going to be able to pick up Jefferson since we motion that guy out, and he ends up following the in route. So you can just lay it over there, and you have a touchdown. So pretty easy coverage to beat. As far as some of the other routes, again, you could throw Dalvin Cook on a route. You don't have to block him. You could throw him on a route, maybe clear him up. You also notice that KJ Osborne just fried the outside quarter on his little stop and go, which we'll go back to against man coverage because it is so good against man coverage. So KJ Osborne, we'll see if he does it again. He's frying that guy. Now, ratings matter. If he's pressed, things could be differently. But in this case, he's frying him, and you love to see that. So one more time, be a shedded, but I mean, he's open. You guys can clearly tell. Corner routes, the easy bread and butter if you have it. Otherwise, motion out the in route. Really, any route motioned out would work as well. Let's go into cover 2 now. Now, cover 2 is not as clear cut, I would say, as far as beating something. It's definitely not as clear cut, as cover 4 and cover 3 were. But you still can do it, and the guy you want to use is Irv Smith. Now, I might try and find a cover 2 maybe without a mid-read, because that's where you can kind of take advantage, but it is a little bit more difficult, I would say. It's not easy just because it takes a long time, but you would kind of try and split the seams with him. That would be your goal. If not, what you would do is just probably throw it to Thielen on his corner out, and he would get over the top right there. So nobody really runs cover 2 that much, I'll be honest. The last time I faced cover 2 was a guy running coach suggestions. So I don't think anybody's really running cover 2 too much. You're mixing it in for maybe a play at most, but you can do things like throw Dalvin on these little routes, of course, to beat cover 2. The annoying, I remember what I did against cover 4 now. I smart routed RB. That was the cover 4 beater, but now it's just so good that you don't have to do that. But that could actually help against this as far as opening up Irv Smith. Again, the mid-read's there. If I really wanted to, I could find a cover 2 without it, but nobody's really running cover 2 like that, so I don't find it particularly necessary, in my opinion. But you guys would have the tools to kind of beat it if you needed to. As far as some of the other routes you could go with, maybe something like this would be good. I like the motion out slants a lot this year, so you just fit it in right there. And then you have a little option with Dalvin Cook. You could wheel him, you could out him, you could option him, you could even streak him if you want. But that's a good play against a cover 2 defense. Last coverage is going to be man. Now, with man coverage, we're just going to run a cover 1 hole here. With man coverage, our guy is going to be KJ Osborne the same way that it was for cover 4. Now, the coverage is going kind of 50-50 on these, I'll be honest. You'll either see him clearly burn him or he won't. So you will know if he's going to be wide open. You can kind of tell. Now, press is a little bit better, and KJ Osborne's kind of trash in this game. And I don't watch the Vikings too much, but I don't think he's obviously not particularly good in real life. But I might try some kind of a press man. I don't have 2 controllers right now, so I can't really control the defense. But maybe we try an audible here, see if we can get him. But, you guys kind of get the point. You saw him doing the double move almost every play against the outside quarter. And man coverage is really the same. Pressed, especially pressed shit over the top. It's money. If he's ever running that, you have it in your back pocket. Cover 1, robber press. And he's not even press. I really don't understand why the play is called that when he just doesn't press. But that was cover 1 press. Am I tripping, or was Justin Jefferson just wide open on that? New cover 1 beater? Question mark. Maybe if you want to be cover 1, you just run the play stock, and somehow Justin Jefferson is just wide open. I'm not sure why, but probably bullet freeform that to the right. But yeah, overall, that's really going to do it for the video. Again, if you need a bailout, what you can do against something like cover 1 is you can still ag him with KJ Osborne. So you could easily just go up like this, get a taller receiver, of course, do the same thing with Justin Jefferson as well, or the tight end in one-on-one coverage with no safety help. But that's going to do the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.